Dr. Asare.
Good evening, family.
Greetings.
I don't know, but this is a dream come true.
Yeah.
You see, as a young boy and a member of Kwame Nkrumah's Young Pioneers, I remember in primary school. Yes. We used to greet and say that, are you ready? Say, I'm ready in the cause of Ghana in Africa. And we understood Africa beyond the geographical boundaries that the colonialists called Africa. We saw Africa beyond boundaries. That everywhere the African lived is Africa. I've been so happy with this meeting, just like Brother David have said, and I've thrown my weight behind it. The only time I wasn't here was when I was also lecturing in America to our own people. So it was the same thing being done in a different form. But you see, I continue to hammer one point. When we are talking about investing in business, we should not forget about investing in our health.
Right. That's right.
When we talk about investment, we limit it to those things that we touch or cannot touch when we are not healthy. When you has all the businesses running around you and your health is failing, it's nothing. When you have all the wealth and you lack brotherhood, you have failed. You see, when we are talking about health, we don't talk about emotional health. But I tell you, there are a lot of people who are making wealth, but they go to bed every night having the guilt that, oh my God, I know I robbed this guy. I hope he's not going to find out. Okay, in case he's found out, what other lie am I going to say? And you keep on planning one lie after the other, after the other. You know why? Because the African have exchanged his spirituality with something we call religion.
Yeah.
I never got the time to talk about the story of Malaysia. I led the delegation of Ghana to Malaysia to attend the International Vegetarian Union Vegefest. But there was one thing I was watching that most people were not seeing. Within the Malaysians, they lived together. The Malays, the Chinese, they were living together. They upheld their spiritual beliefs. And that was, to me, very important. Because when you lose track of who you are spiritually, you've lost before you even started. So we want to do business, and we are not ready to put love in front. We must as well forget. You know why? Sure. Because love makes you vulnerable. You all know that? Yeah. Love makes us vulnerable. And once you want to shy away from that vulnerability, I don't want to risk to show how much I love, you better forget it. I know a lot of our people have been trained in the Western intellectual way of looking at the negatives of things. Legality. Nobody is talking that you should travel without a passport or you should not buy a ticket and get on the plane. That is not what I'm talking about, legality. I'm talking about legality when you want to translate and explain your relationship with one another just on paper. Let me tell you what, I've repeated this every trip and I'll repeat it today. You can get all your repatriation papers done, your work permit, your everything, but I tell you, if you come and stay here and listen to me carefully and your attitude is not good, you can get all your legal framework, you feel like packing back. And you can stay here like Brother David did, and you get yourself integrated into the system until those who even want to find the legality with you will be shy enough to ask you, Brother David, do you have a work permit? They can't ask you that. Because our communities, the way we live here, the more useful you are in the community, integrates you automatically.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Half one.
It integrates you automatically.
Yes.
Okay, you come here, you start farming, you start doing organic, you start integrating with the people. At a certain point, and I can bet this on my life, at a certain point, not even the president of Ghana will have that bravery to tell you that move out.
Oh, yeah.
Because you are so useful to the community.
Yeah.
And so, that paper will not even matter. Are you getting me right?
Yeah.
But you can bring 1 billion worth of investment and you start trampling on people. Oh, what the hell? They say that over here they don't give things with the left. What are they talking about? Are you the person coming to explain culture to people? Look, most of the things that we do not understand and we tend to condemn, they magnify our ignorance and stupidity.
Yeah.
I have made a research, deep research, into some of the cultural traits that people claim to be whether fetish or adulterous, I don't know what they talk about it, and they have sound scientific basis. Today, how many people in America are not learning about pranic healing or Reiki or whatever? All those things come under the original energy healing of Africa.
Teach.
And I know, coming from a background of herbalists, that there is no sound herbal master that will send any of his assistants to pick a herb that is being used to treat a pregnant woman when he sees that he's not in good emotions. Because when you touch the leaf, your emotions get into it.
Yeah.
And they become weak. Like I always tell my assistants, if you do not respect the work you are doing and you do not have the ability, what I'm teaching you, to be able to transmit love to your patients, I can teach you all the herbs. You use the same herbs I'm using and you teach somebody and the person will not get well. Lots of people have stories about me everywhere and in the States. Okay, and they say, oh, but you said this your tea was only for this. But when I drank it, it did this and this and this and this and that. And I said, yes, we pray over every herb that we give to somebody. Do you know there is another form of stealing in the West?
Uh-oh, make a play.
And you know what that stealing means? I have sold a thing to the guy, I've got my money. Whether it works for him or not, that is business. That's stealing.
Uh-oh.
That's stealing.
Dr.
They will
Frank.
call it smart. No. In African spirituality, that's stealing. Look, when I give this to you, and I can swear on this, on my point, I brought only this. I didn't bring my vitamin C, nothing. I brought only this because I always let the Spirit guide me. This vegetable powder is a type of spice. And just like Brother David said, it's a hormonal balancer. It's good for the prostate. And any woman here, about 50 years, who uses this for 1 week and tells me that he has any of the signs of menopause, she'll come and take my house and sell it.
Teach.
I am telling you, look, Ghana is at the center of the world.
Uh-oh.
We are extremely rich.
Sure.
Not only in the gold, diamonds, now we even found uranium in Ghana, oil, everything. But I'm telling you, the type of herbs here.
Yes.
I had the, we call it in the Akan language, Abomegwich, the Philanthos fraternus. I have got examples from here. I got examples from the Caribbean, got examples from America, and I can see the difference.
Yeah.
I have always said it on every platform that if you really want to do natural or herbal medicine, and you take any other medicine apart from the one in Ghana or West Africa, just forget it, you are joking. I want us to put it at the back of our minds that irrespective of whatever investment you are doing, if you do not invest in your health, just forget it. And one of the greatest areas that you can invest is in health.
Yes.
And health means eating good food, not junk. You run away from the junk there. Why do you think you can come and eat another junk here? You run away from junk burger to come and eat junk yam.
No.
That's why you still there. And you know what I'm talking about, junk yam? They are now officially accepting GMOs in Ghana. I want us to come together and fight it.
We are.
You know how we fight it? You don't fight it by talking, you fight it by doing.
Right. Yes.
I'm now having a seed bank. And if you come, I can give you some of the seeds. I have traced a lot of healthy plants that have been used over in West Africa for more than 2,000 years. And I'm gathering some of them. I have got certain formulas like this. This is a great memory builder. A great memory builder. And why will it be a memory builder? Because it's a hormonal balancer. That is why it's unisex. It helps the prostate of man, and it also helps the to overcome frigidity and what they call menopause in women. In fact, please, the women here, with your permission, how many of you think you are like a musical player and somebody can pause you? Raise up your hand. Those who think somebody can pause them. You are like a music player, you can be paused. You see, they say these things for you to know that you cannot live a fruitful life.
Right. Brainwashing.
You can surely live a very joyful life.
Teach.
And if you cannot do that, then forget it. Your emotions. Now the next thing is that we must learn how to link our investment with our health. There is no way that we can say, I want to invest and I enjoy that investment when I'm on a wheelchair being wheeled around. The only way you can enjoy your health is get up and walk.
That's right.
And get what you want. You can invest everything, but if your health fails you, you are finished.
All right.
So we must be able to know how to link a healthy investment with a healthy lifestyle. There are a lot of you that come over here and you say, oh, I'm a vegetarian, I'm a vegan, or I'm not a vegetarian but I want to eat healthily, and you don't know where to eat. Now, the Vegetarian Association of Ghana is preparing a list of people like Brother B that do a lot of organic farming all around the country, and areas where you can find not only places you can eat, but people that can heal you naturally, so that you stop poisoning yourself. Because I know that most of you are now aware. If you are intelligent enough to know that you have to come here, I know you are intelligent enough to know that you don't need to put poison in your system. You don't need to vaccinate your children, because the best immunization is a good breast milk. They are talking about coconut oil. We have it in abundance in Ghana.
Yes.
And you can even press your own cold coconut oil if you wish to. Several oils. You can press baobab oil. You can press neem oil for your insect repellents.
Moringa oil.
You can have moringa oil that you can ingest for webs and everything. Yes, deal with the parasites. So let's try as much as possible that before we go away, one, we must keep the contacts.
Yes.
That's very important. Not the inter-contact, but also the intra-contact. Those of us here must keep the contact. Those of us there must also keep the contact with one another. That's the only way we can build. We are so much divided, and divided we fall, but united we stand. Let's stop looking at the petty things, the little things that we don't like. Oh, you know what? And he did this to me. We all have somebody doing something to us. And so what? Let's try to emphasize the good parts of each of us. That's the only way we will grow. We have good parts. Let's try to look at those good parts and see. Because when you come here seeing all the negative things, okay, that's what you see. We have this game called Find Me the Color. And then they say close your eyes. When you open your eyes, show me all the red things. Because your mind is being turned on red, all that you see will be red. Then after you look at the red things, they ask you, how many yellow things did you see? So maybe there will be somebody right with yellow in front of you, because you were not meant, or you were not programmed to see the yellow thing. Program yourself to see the good things around you, and they will manifest. They will come to pass. Because I tell you, we did not come here by mistake. We got into one another for a purpose. And let's make that purpose become very useful to us. I know before you go back, a lot of people started asking me for